Today I'm gonna chat about open plays versus events. I recently saw a guy on a podcast talking about he doesn't understand why certain events don't allow full auto and they're semi only. And he said you buy a replica and you should be able to shoot it full auto. Okay, I agree. You want to shoot it full auto, it's a lot of fun. But the events promote semi only and only full auto for LMGs. That's just a rule set. And if you go to an open play, they're geared toward new players coming out trying to, test out the sport and, seasoned players. So you want to make it an enjoyable experience for them. So 90% of the open plays that I go to are semi only. I know of two fields that have their open plays which allow full auto. One I won't go back to because of the way the open play was. And the second one, it's a little concerning. They've actually changed some things, so I think it might be better. They've dropped their rate of fire from 30 down to 25. Might be okay. So those fields that allow full auto for an open play, they cater more to the seasonal player that's coming there and trying to have a good time. But arguing that you should be able to shoot full auto no matter what you're doing, open play, event, indoor, it's based on the field or indoor arenas, insurance, what they allow, and you have to go by their rules, not by what you want. I personally think if you can't get the job done on semi, you blazing away 3/4 of your mag at somebody to try to get a kill, ain't doing it. Where you can pop 3 shots or 4 shots at somebody and hit them, score. I'm like, that's why I play with a pistol. I can shoot 3, 4 shots at somebody, bang, I got them. Might not do long range. And I've seen guys with rifles set up, assault rifles set up, M4s, and they're getting great shots, 2, 3 shots. Now, the one guy says, oh, yeah, set them up for 3-round bursts, 5-round bursts, whatever. 2-round bursts, for the one gun that it has. And I said, well, that's okay, too. If you really want to do that, but people abuse that, too. If you have a high enough battery and a fast enough motor and everything like that, and you have your trigger configured right, you could do a 3-round burst and spam your trigger, and it's almost full auto. It is fast as full auto, I would say. So I don't see the problem of shooting semi at these events. One thing I will say, though, is I like events that have a more realistic rate of fire limit on LMGs. The last 2 I went to, the LMG rate of fire limit was 35. And trust me, I could hear these guys just blazing away in the background at people. And there was a reload limit too. So I was thinking in my mind, these guys are just going through BBs unless they have a bunch of box mags with them. They can't fill the box mag back up once it's empty. I had mine set for 11 rounds per second, which is the actual real steel version of my replica that I have. If it's actually an FN30 based on a 1917/1919 design, which does 660 rounds per minute, which is 11 rounds per second, which is what I set my replica up as. It's HPA, so I can set that. And I set it at 340 FPS with 2 5s. I don't have to shoot any harder than that. And I got guys calling me out, I'm hit. I'm not shooting them that much. And they're complaining. So what would they be saying with the guy shooting 35 rounds a second, hitting them, shooting 390 or 395 at them? I watched one guy walk up to Chrono with an LMG, HPA too, and he had it set to 395. I think the limit, and this was like you were supposed to be like 1.55 joules, and he was like 395, 396, 35 rounds a second, and I'm like, okay, you want to do that? That's fine. I'm not there to hurt people. I'm not. I'm there to have fun, and I'm hoping that the people I'm shooting are having fun too by me not killing them, overshooting them with whatever replica I'm using. Um, that's my thought on that. I don't know what you think. I liked shooting full auto when I started out back in 2005 2008, but you got to remember those replicas were shooting like 280 FPS with 2.0s and had like an 8 rounds per second rate of fire. You put a 9.6 and get 10 out of it. That didn't hurt. 280 FPS, you put a 2.5 in there to try to get some, get it out there through the brush a little bit. So you're shooting like 260, 265 with 2.5s. And I got kills. I had fun. Didn't hurt people. So I'm like, I don't know. Just my thoughts on this. I know, like, a lot of the guys are telling me that, like, I'm old fashioned. Like the new replicas are better, and that. Yeah, they are. New replicas are better out of the box. Looking at a Lancer Tactical Gen 3 out of the box, you got a speed trigger, electronic control unit, quick change spring. I'm like, programmable MOSFET. I'm like, you got it all in a gun, sub $200, which you couldn't buy like that 5 years ago. The problem is the mindset. You got to go in with the right mindset that you're there to have fun. You're not there to hurt people, and you'll play and you'll have fun, and you won't hurt people. But if you're going in there to just, I want to shoot this guy 35 rounds a second, I'm like, yeah, okay. One of the things I just saw recently that a friend said I should buy, and it was the new Sima minigun. Shoots 40 rounds per second with 11.1 LiPo battery, and I was wondering what it was going to shoot with a 7.4. But he said you should get that, and I'm like, why? Why would I want that? I can't use it anywhere. Everywhere I go, 40 rounds per second is over everybody's field limit that I go to. And even if I could run it with a 7.4 to slow it down a little bit, I'm sure that's still like 35 rounds per second. Why do I want that? I don't care about that. It's fun, it's neat, it's cool, but it's not practical for a game. And if they let somebody use that in a game, I would call that out on the promoter and say, hey, you have a speed, you have a rate of fire limit, and you're letting a replica in that shoots 40 rounds per second. What's the deal? Because trust me, you would probably get a lot of people bitching and moaning about that, getting shot by that. So that's just my little opinion today on this. Comment, like, subscribe. Hey, you guys have a good day.
Oh, that's not right. No.
I'm just here to have fun.